How has Watson been used, and what have you seen from Watson this week? Again, the first, what was it, 7 passes, 5 passes. It was not good preseason game 1.
Yeah, Deshaun was really good the other day. They were not wearing pads, but made some really nice throws for touchdowns. He's just got this innate ability to flick the wrist and the ball's out, and it's where it needs to be. But I just, for me, from what I'm seeing, they're not pushing the ball down the field, which is not necessarily the aim of this offense anyway. I think it's more of a West Coast style completions. And so maybe that's kind of what I'm yearning to see from Deshaun, is him pushing the ball down the field. But I also know that he's, working within the confines of this offense. So I'm okay with that. As long as the ball is delivered accurately and, in the right spot, I guess you got to be okay with it. And then he moves with his feet really well, obviously, can extend plays, make plays with his feet. And it seems kind of effortless.
Yeah. And at some point in time, assuming it's not a year-long suspension, he gets back on the field, there's probably going to be some rust, because there was rust in the preseason game, and it's going to be even a little bit faster. And he'll have missed a significant chunk of practice time, assuming that suspension is between 6 and 12 games or the entire year. So it's going to be some work to get him where they need him to be.
Yeah, and I think that does play part in it, the rust. I think it's going to take some time. That's why I would play him in the preseason, especially because you're going to be able to play him in the preseason. I would play him at least another 2 quarters in this preseason. Let him kind of feel things out, let him get the speed of the game back. Last Friday night was a disaster in terms of, and it wasn't all him. I mean, Anthony Schwartz dropped, a couple balls, and, we might be talking about a very, very different stat line if that were the case. But the penalties, the fumble, everything going on there, that's not what you want to see. So I wouldn't necessarily chalk it up to Deshaun being bad or anything. I think, he's just got to, you're right. I think you got to get that rust out of his system. And that's why I would play him as much as possible.
Yeah, and again, keep in mind, these guys are human. So he's coming into a situation where he realizes he's caused some attention that is problematic for his teammates. So he's probably pressing a little bit. But if you're expecting him to go out there and be the guy that everybody thinks is like a top 10, top 12 quarterback, that may take a few weeks of game action.